Eh bien bonjour et bienvenue sur Xbox Actu, la chaîne des Let's Play. On se retrouve aujourd'hui pour une nouvelle découverte encore avec Caligo sur... Là je suis sur Xbox Series. Et si je ne dis pas de bêtises, le jeu est également disponible sur... alors c'est pas le bon jeu, la catégorie Twitch. Alors, hop, voilà, c'est mieux. Et le jeu est disponible également sur PlayStation, donc on va voir ce que ça donne. On est parti pour une petite demi-heure, je dirais, de découverte, histoire d'être bien. Alors, hop, ça je mets pas. Hop, 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 je mets les petits partages, excusez-moi avant. Ça veut pas. Voilà, ce sera bien ça. Donc, allons dans les... allez, s'il te plaît, français, écris français après. Écris français. Bon, d'accord. Bon, on va mettre ça. Par contre, la musique est forte. La musique me crie dans les oreilles. Allez, bon, bah du coup... on est parti, on va essayer de... parce que moi, vous savez que j'ai un très, mais un niveau d'anglais au summum, donc... Allez, on est parti, en tout cas. On est parti pour 20-30 minutes. Mon Seb. Hein. Tu vas peut-être un peu te faire dessus, du coup, sur ce jeu. Je sais pas du tout ce que c'est, hein. C'est un jeu qui fait peur, mais...
Here you are. Are you settling in all right?
Huh? Who are you? What are you? Am I dead?
Don't tell me you're surprised. You're overreacting.
Well, what is this place? And who are you again?
So many questions. But I'm not the one to answer them. I am to meet you and take you to the one who you should really ask. So why don't we set out on our journey?
Ah. Alors, hop, et là, on y va. Tu me rassures pas, toi, poteau. Bah toi, j'ai mon ami Milo Hart là, ben elle te fait des dessins comme ça. Elle arrive à te faire des dessins même encore plus beaux.
There's absolutely nothing to look at.
Voilà, elle est capable de te faire des dessins comme ça, même encore plus poussés. Elle a vraiment un super talent, quoi. Donc normalement Xeno sur YouTube, mais je suis pas sûr du coup, parce que... Ben voilà, j'ai... Il faut bien y aller, et quand on dit qu'il faut y aller, faut y aller. Waouh, c'est le purgatoire le truc là. Attends, voilà, alors c'est bon? Je peux y aller?
This looks familiar, eh?
I've never seen it before. Calling something familiar around these parts would be rather far-fetched.
Never mind. You'll remember soon. Come in and go upstairs.
What will I find there?
This lighthouse will lead you home. It's hard to explain. You'll know it when you get there. Don't rush it. What I like about this place is that there's absolutely no reason to hurry. Time means
Tu as vu, il va y avoir le nouveau,
Thanks for the tip.
la nouvelle extension pour Pokémon vendredi.
I'll be waiting for you on the other side.
Allez, I'll be waiting for you. Attends-moi, poto. Waiting me, please.
How weird. This place seems so familiar.
Il est poétique ce jeu. Mais ça fera encore une découverte, pour toi, mon Seb. Ça en fait combien? Et franchement, ça fait au moins, depuis que tu me suis, t'as dû découvrir combien? 30, 40, 50 jeux, non? Je dis pas que tu les as tous achetés et appréciés, hein, je dis juste découvert. Il faut que je regarde ça, non?
I think I'm beginning to understand. How many times have I seen you? Too many to count, right?
Ouais, même une soixantaine, ouais, je pense aussi, ouais.
Do not linger. The master is waiting.
He's been waiting for quite a while. He can wait some more. After all, time means nothing here. You said it
Et
yourself.
ton frangin, il pense
At
quoi
least somewhere it's
de...
true.
Ton frangin, il pense quoi d'Assassin's Creed? Moi j'adore en tout cas. Il est vraiment très bien. Je suis toujours avec un oui.
Keep it up. We're almost there.
Ouais, je crois que je suis sur le bon chemin.
It seems this place is dead. Not because it died, but because it never had a chance to live. It has its own charm, though.
That's for sure.
Je regarde quand même s'il n'y a pas des trucs à ramasser. Vous savez qu'un endroit comme ça, dans la vraie vie, j'y vais pas. Vu l'étoile d'araignée, j'y mets pas un pied.
You don't seem to be in a hurry. It's good to see you again. I bet you have a lot of questions.
You're the master, I gather. Yeah, you're absolutely right. My memories about this place are starting to come back, but these are just random pieces. Sensations, even. Everything I see around myself should probably confuse me. Even the fact I'm hearing your voice, but don't see you.
No, not necessarily. You've seen everything countless times. And you've done everything you should. Well, almost everything. But we'll talk about this later. Now, you can ask your questions.
Croc, on se le fait dans une semaine.
Questions. I love them.
Normalement, je pense le prendre. De toute façon, toi, je sais que tu vas l'acheter, mais il faut faire une découverte. C'est obligé,
You call this a simple question? Well,
mais en tout cas, j'ai acheté
I am you.
Fuel Station Simulator, donc stimulation de station-service. On récupère une station-service et on doit.
Choose whichever you like best. They are all true.
Il parle alors, je parle.
What does that mean? It doesn't make any sense. If you expect me to
Well,
look for a
see.
meaning when there's none, or get it out of you word by word, think again. Since it's you who wants something from me, would you be so kind as to say what it is?
You are right, of course. I'd better tell you the whole story. Sorry, I could not help it. Come closer to our throne. I think it'll be best if we talk face to face.
Face to face. Et ouais, donc je disais, en fait, on récupère une station-service, il faut la nettoyer et tout, puis la développer. Donc, je pense que ça peut être bien sympa.
We meet again, face to face. Speaking of which, your face fits this place perfectly, as I see.
That's right. Since you already know you're dead, let's start with your birth. You see, we were together once. One body with no name, no age, no beginning, and no end. But one day, something happened. Even I cannot explain it. Perhaps we got bored. What's important is that we decided to split. This is how you and I became to be.
Keep talking.
Oh, I'm glad to hear you're intrigued. Yes, we ceased to be the absolute. Each of us had our own shortcomings and limitations, but we also found new opportunities. In other words, we gained some features inherent only to each of us. I managed to create our first world. It was poor and wretched, but it was there. You lived your first life in. You even gathered some building blocks for it. I used these blocks to update the first version. I improved it, making it more extensive and diverse. This building material is your life. Your every sigh and every impression. I collect them every time you come here. That's why you almost don't remember anything. That was our agreement.
Wait, are you trying to say that all my life that I've lived, all the people I've loved, is no more than an illusion? Has my life been unreal?
Unreal? As you know, the very concept of reality can exist only in the world we created. By the way, it was one of the biggest and strongest blocks you ever brought me to help with construction. Will it keep on living without us? Yes, it definitely will. Only it doesn't really matter, since we are immortal, you know.
So, does that mean I have to be
Je
reborn?
croyais qu'il avait bugué
That
le jeu.
hasn't happened yet. So what's the problem?
Ah, yes. This is the tricky part. But I'm not ready to lay all my cards on the table just yet. I can only say that I don't collect all your memories. You know, some things you see, some impressions you get at some points in your life, make you change your very perception and understanding of it. So, as we agreed, I leave these to you. And before I ask the ultimate question,
I leave
the
it to
question
you.
thanks to which we are here today, you must refresh these memories in your mind.
Tiens, d'ailleurs,
I think
ah
I
oui,
have
c'est
no
vrai, il faut que je les
choice.
mette. Je vais
Although
voir
I
si ça
don't need it.
fonctionne.
Tell me what I have to do.
Ils sont où?
There is a
Alors,
portal
ah,
behind
voilà.
your back. Enter it. I'll be nearby. You won't see me, but you can hear me. I'll help you.
Mes nouveaux émotes, regarde. Ils sont jolis, non? Alors, ils sont réservés à chaque fois, il faut être abonné. Parce qu'en fait, je peux pas les mettre utilisables par tous. Je sais pas si toi, tu y as accès, mon Seb.
What is this place?
Maybe
C'est beaucoup
you'll
plus
tell
joli.
me. It's your life, after all.
I'm not sure. I need to look around first.
Bon, c'est pas Assassin's Creed, hein.
Yeah, now I recognize it.
How interesting. So, what is it then?
This is my childhood. This is how I imagined my pillow fort. The coziest place on earth. Every time I got in with a book in my hands, the rest of the world ceased to exist. At least when I was immersed into the world of a story unraveling before me.
Ah, sounds fascinating.
Alors je crois qu'à mon avis, je peux attraper ce dessin, non? Ouais, voilà. J'ai l'impression qu'il y a un dessin qu'on peut prendre à chaque fois. Tout. Ouais, là aussi, je pense qu'il y a un dessin. J'en ai pas ramassé sur le précédent niveau, alors est-ce que j'en ai oublié? Il y a quand même des trucs chelous là avec les lumières, hein. Ah, il y a le truc là-haut là. Ah, bon. À mon avis, il faut aller là.
Yet another cozy
Ouais.
corner in the world.
I do. Only I imagined this place much later when I grew. The feelings are completely different, but the purpose is still the same. I've always been keen on good stories. I imagine myself to be a great traveler, an adventurer. Every time I did, I was one. I lived in those stories. I breathed them, and each time my imagination brought me here.
Stories are your passion. That's the reason why you, not me, keep living these lives.
On va y aller, on va y aller. Il y a un truc à ramasser, ouais, bah oui. J'ai l'impression que ce sont des souvenirs de trucs que moi j'ai vécu. Toi, tu me rassures pas du tout, poteau, par contre. Regarde s'il n'y a pas un dessin à récupérer. Ah! Quand il y a ça, c'est que je vais retrouver... Je vais découvrir un nouveau truc.
Come on, keep up. You're almost
Bonjour
there.
madame,
I'll race
vous
you.
êtes Wonder Woman?
Who was it?
Who's
C'est
that
Supergirl parce
elusive
qu'elle vole.
ghost? Ah, that's your dream. Such a beautiful creature.
Yeah, it is a dream. I know why we're here. It was then, in my childhood, while I had my head buried in all those books, when I felt the taste of fantasy. That's when each story I read unfolded into a whole new world.
When you're engrossed in a good book, while having a cup of freshly brewed coffee, it seems that time itself comes to a stop, don't you think?
What fascinates me even more is that there were thousands of such stories.
Ah. Ah, ça a mis... Ah, ah d'accord, en fait, ce sont des messages. D'accord, moi je crois que c'était une sorte de serpent, serpent volant. Mais en fait, c'est une phrase. Tout, tout, tout.
Come closer. Don't be afraid. Do you remember how you and I used to sit on the swing when you were a child?
Of course I remember. This was the place where all fantasies materialized. All it took was reach for my dream. Reach for you.
Ah, balançoire.
This old oak still remembers all your adventures. Why don't you have a go on the swing as you used to?
Pas de souci, pas de souci. Je disais, tu penses quoi de mes beaux emotes là, on fait par Milo, ils sont beaux. Hein. Et je demandais si tu y avais accès, toi tu n'y as pas accès.
Look,
Faut être abonné.
do you see it? It's right there in front of you.
On est obligé d'être abonné pour
It's your
les avoir.
palace, your fortress.
Yeah, I recognize it. I would stay here forever.
I know you would, but I'm afraid it's not possible. Sorry.
Tout, 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 tout. Ouais, voilà. En fait, Twitch demande à ce
It's
que
a pity we
les
left that
personnes
place behind. That's
soient
why I really felt the taste for life for the first time.
abonnés.
Behind. Ahead. These words make little sense here, you know. But let's not get carried away. We need to move forward.
As you say. What a weird place. Chains tied to odd-looking masts. Portholes hidden in rocks.
Bon,
All these
aujourd'hui, si ça
skulls.
peut te rassurer, mon
Why?
Seb,
Why all
tu ne
this?
pourras pas oublier les enfants parce que j'aurai
All
terminé
this
bien
is your
avant.
memories. You'll soon see what it's all about.
This atmosphere, all the freshness and coolness in the air, it's such a familiar feeling. Freedom is the first thing that comes to mind.
I like this place.
Bon,
The
c'est
world
pas,
you
c'est
live
pas
in
dinguissime quand même.
is too
On va dire,
There's too
moi il
much
faut que
bustle,
je m'arrête
too many
pour
thoughts
15.
and worries.
And what's the point in all this?
That's
Yeah,
not
c'est pas
how
un
I see it. It's just that
Parce
in all
que
this
là il faut
swimming,
vraiment pas
you
que
need
je
to
rate.
find the strength to swim in the right direction.
You might be right. You should know
C'est pour ça que
better.
j'ai fait des petites
After
découvertes
all,
express.
I
J'ai mis
only bring
découverte
you the
express
building
parce
blocks to
que
extend reality.
je ne pourrais pas. Je pourrais pas faire 2 ou 3 heures quoi. Malheureusement. Tu vois, Atom Fall, je disais, là, dans les lives cette semaine, il y en a Atom Fall qui, je pense, peut te faire dépenser ton argent.
Check it.
Alors ça, c'est une coque de bateau, ça. Ouais, ça ressemble à une coque de bateau ou alors aux côtes d'un monstre. Donc ce sont les côtes d'un monstre. J'ai pensé au bateau parce qu'il faisait le bruit le bruit des vagues. Donc,
I recognize this place. Of course, it didn't used to look like this when I saw it, but after all, it's not the real thing. This is how I remember it.
Or rather, this is how you sensed it.
I think we need to get on the ship's deck. But I think there's someone there. Although I'd rather walk along the shore for a while.
You're right. That's where we have to look for things we came here for. But there's no need to hurry. There's no time here, remember?
allez, on va aller là-bas. Bon, on n'est pas... Quand il passe Assassin's Creed à ça, ça pique. Hein. Je ne sais même pas s'il faut que j'aille ici, en fait. Je suis en train d'avancer, je sais pas. Oui, il doit y avoir un passage, un truc comme ça, non? Je crois qu'il faudrait que j'aille de l'autre côté. Ouais. Je peux pas ramasser hein, les étoiles de mer, tout ça non. Ah, il y a un passage ici. Alors est-ce qu'il faut que j'y aille? On va voir. À mon avis, oui. Faut peut-être que j'aille sur le grand bateau. Peut-être, hein. Ah ouais, je sens bien, ouais.
When I first saw it, it didn't look like a pile of rustling scrap metal at all to me.
J'aimerais bien
What I
terminer
saw
ce
was an
chapitre
ancient sea
pour
monster thrown
avant
ashore,
de partir.
which was too old to go back into the water.
It wasn't just a trick of the eye.
Bon, c'est un jeu narratif, hein. Bon, pour le coup, dommage qu'il soit pas en français. Pour un jeu narratif, c'est un peu ballot. Je comprends pas trop ce qui m'arrive, quoi.
Hey,
Ah,
sailor,
si, si, voilà.
how's it going?
Je crois que je suis au bon endroit.
Seems a storm is coming. We need to check if everything's fastened. I feel we're in for a bumpy ride.
What's he talking about? This ship is run aground, and it looks like it won't go anywhere anytime soon.
Are you sure? Look at him. He doesn't seem to agree with you.
Well, for him, this ship is still up and running. The moment I saw it on the shore when I took it for some sea monster. It was then I realized there is absolutely no difference between fiction and reality, between the living and the dead.
This is a bold thing to say.
Exactly. You see, I can use my imagination to give any object, any notion the meaning I want. All those stories from books, all the worlds they revealed before me weren't the only way out anymore. I realized that I can create these worlds for myself.
You've always understood this.
Yes, always. But only now it gave me a sense of freedom. This old sailor's in denial. He doesn't want to see his ship has run aground.
Exactly. There's only one
Ouais,
snag here.
il a plus d'œil.
You can't give random meaning to random things, or else the world will turn.
Ah
into
ouais,
chaos.
déjà. Oh là là là
At least
là.
when it comes to
Allez,
yourself.
allez, 2-3
But
minutes, allez.
there's always a choice.
Finir le chapitre. Ce serait vraiment
And
bien
it
pour
only
cette découverte
depends on me.
que ce soit vraiment carré,
Hey,
quoi.
Sailor, what are you muttering about? There's a storm
Je sens que je suis à
brewing
la
on the
fin, donc...
horizon. It'll catch up with us soon. Our friend's heart is wrecked. Get down to the engine room and check how it is. Come on, get a move on.
Ah voilà. Je sens que là je suis à la fin.
Look, it really is alive.
Allez, on rentre dans les entrailles de la bête, là. Allez.
It looks like it's the heart of the ship.
It is completely dead.
Can we fix it?
We can do anything. Close your eyes. You know what to do. You can open them now.
En tout cas, c'est très glauque, hein. Ouais, voilà, super. Oh, j'ai bien fait de pousser une petite minute ou deux. Oh, l'ambiance, elle change totalement, là. Eh ben, écoutez. Bon, en tout cas, merci beaucoup, mon Seb, comme toujours, franchement, d'être... t'es un fidèle parmi les fidèles. Merci beaucoup, merci de ta présence. C'est vraiment super sympa de ta part de toujours être là. D'interagir, parce que bon, voilà, beaucoup de gens passent et puis ils n'interagissent pas, mais bon, voilà. Allez, sur ce, pour ceux qui sont en direct sur Twitch, bonne journée. Et pour ceux qui sont sur YouTube, mettez des pouces en l'air. Abonnez-vous, soutenez-moi, mettez des petits commentaires, histoire de m'aider à atteindre les 1000 abonnés. Je galère, ce serait vraiment super en tout cas. Allez, à bientôt, salut tout le monde, à bientôt, merci à vous.